which Robot Masters are canonically the most powerful?
In Mega Man 1, we actually don't have a lot of options because most of these guys aren't all that powerful as far as I can tell. I mean, one of these guys is just a dude with scissors on his head. I can't even make a joke about that. It's ridiculous enough on its own. Of course, there is Kung Fu Cut Man in the Ruby Spears cartoon, but for the sake of simplicity, we're only going to be considering what we see in the actual video games. But if you do want to see me cover that infamous cartoon one day, subscribe and leave a comment down below. But anyway, I think we can all agree that Cut Man is not the most powerful Robot Master, at least not from this game. Guts Man is someone you think might be the most powerful because, well, look at him, but all he can really do is just lift and throw heavy rocks. So he's really strong, sure, but I don't think he's the most powerful in this game. Is he the most dummy thick? Sure, but that's for another video. Iceman has a similar issue. I mean, he shoots ice, which I guess could be powerful, but it's just a very situational ability. I mean, overall, I just don't think he's very powerful. In fact, I think he'd be the most useful making sure my drinks are cold. But these next three Robot Masters, however, could all have a case made for them being the most powerful from this game. First, we have Man. He shoots out lightning. This on its own is pretty scary when paired with the fact that this lightning is also strong enough to break blocks. We have a real threat on our hands here. My only question is whether or not this is actually as powerful as lightning like the kind on Earth, or if it's just some electrical charge that looks like lightning. If it's actually lightning, he might be the most powerful, but also let's look at Fireman. I mean, this is self-explanatory. He shoots giant waves of fire. Just one of these things could take down a house or a building depending on the material it's made from, and even more structurally sound buildings that are more fireproof are a threat because according to the laws of physics, even hot air can potentially expand things and cause some big time damage. So Fireman is also potentially the most powerful, which leaves us with Bomb Man, and yeah, he has bombs. Last time I checked, those were pretty powerful, so the question here is how powerful are they? Well, they're weaker than nuclear bombs, but they are stronger than firecrackers. We really don't have enough data on Bomb Man to make a good decision here, except for one little detail that's never made sense to me. Bomb Man's bombs do not break the same blocks that Elect Man can, which is stupid because this is a bomb, which has got to mean it's not a powerful bomb, right? Either way, it's now down to Elect Man or Fireman, so lightning versus fire. We still don't know for sure if Elect Man shoots lightning as powerful as these kinds we see in thunderstorms in real life, but if he does, I mean, he is definitely the most powerful. Lightning that strikes the earth allegedly can be hotter than the sun, which is made of very hot fire last time I checked. So yeah, let's just assume that Elect Man has literal lightning for simplicity's sake, and with that, I think that means Elect Man is the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 1. Mega Man 2 has a much more diverse group of Robot Masters as far as power goes, so this is going to be fun. First of all, we have Woodman. This guy is just a fat tree. He's not that powerful. In fact, he's not powerful at all. Bubble Man is in a similar boat. I mean, I like this guy. He has a cool design, and being able to function underwater is nice, but he is not that powerful all things considered. Metal Man is also surprisingly not as powerful as he is in the game. He throws saw blades at you. I mean, that's pretty scary for like you and me, but compared to what these other guys can do, that's not really that impressive. I mean, I could throw saw blades at someone, not that I would. In fact, I never would ever do that. I'm just saying theoretically it is possible. Quickman is very similar because in the game he's very powerful, but as far as real life goes, he's just fast and throws boomerangs. Now, I know this video says canonically the most powerful, so you might think I meant most powerful in game, but I really meant most powerful outside of the game, like in a real life scenario type of canonical. I just didn't know what other word to use other than canonical, but yeah, at least we're all on the same page now, right? Anyway, Quickman is just fast, not powerful. Heatman once again brings the power of fire, but honestly, he seems a little bit weaker than Fireman, with the exception of his flame charge that he does occasionally. But the Robot Masters we're about to look at are just in a different league, except for Crashman. Once again, he has bombs, and while he does seem more powerful than Bomb Man, he isn't making it to the final round. The final round is between Flashman and Airman. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Airman? That guy is just a big ol' air conditioner. And normally I would agree, but think about his fight. This guy produces multiple tornadoes at the same time and directs them at his enemies. This is a devastating level of power. Now, they do appear to be mini tornadoes and not fully sized ones, but we don't get to see their full power outside of his boss fight, so we have to assume the worst. But even with the power of a million tornadoes, the most powerful Robot Master from this game has got to be Flashman. I mean, come on, he can freeze time and continues to move around while time is frozen. I don't think I have to explain to you guys how overpowered and dangerous that would be in real life, so congratulations, Flashman. you are the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3 is a pretty cool game, but unfortunately all of its Robot Masters are relatively weak. I mean, Top Man, this guy's power level is in the negatives. Hard Man, you mean worse, weaker Guts Man? Needle Man, what are you, a doctor? What a downgrade from Mega Man 2. At least some of these guys are cool. For example, Shadow Man is a ninja, and I love ninjas, but unfortunately for Shadow Man, there are some human beings who are also able to become ninjas, so being a robot ninja does not make you exceptional in any way, well, other than being cool, I guess. Spark Man, however, isn't cool or powerful. I mean, this is like Elec Man's kid cousin who was included in the game due to a special request or something. I don't know, this is just nepotism. Snake Man is, I mean, I guess he's scary. I don't like snakes, they're pretty scary, but their power level when compared to the greats can't be that high. That only leaves us with Gemini Man and Magnum Man, and well, despite being a Mega Man expert, I don't really know how to scale Gemini Man's power. He does shoot lasers, but they're the type of lasers that bounce off of walls and not the type of lasers that destroy planets, so is this just like a laser pointer laser? I don't know. I don't want to pick Gemini Man as a cop-out answer though, so Magnum Man is the most powerful. Because I mean, most of today's world is run off of electronics and most vehicles have some form of metal that Magnum Man can take advantage of. So I think practically Magnum Man could wreak the most havoc on the modern world, making him the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 3. Mega Man 4 has a few odd ducks. I love every single Robot Master in this game, but for this video's sake, we gotta rush through some of these. Ring Man, come on. Toad Man is literally a robot frog. Skull Man is just confusing. I mean, what does he even do? Dust Man is an oversized vacuum cleaner. Drill Man is pretty scary actually, but so are actual drills, like, you know, the power tool. He's not as ridiculous as some of these other guys, but he's also not the biggest threat ever. Pharaoh Man though is a weird case similar to Gemini Man because I don't really know how to scale him. I mean, what is that stuff that he shoots out? Is that fire? Plasma from the sun? I don't know. I like Pharaoh Man for the record, but he is not the most powerful even in a best case scenario. Dive Man has literal missiles, which does make him sound scary, but as far as we can tell from the game, these missiles are pretty weak and even worse, they track horribly. I don't know if they're heat-seeking or what, but they almost never hit what you want them to hit, and sometimes they just literally run circles around your target, which is just despicable. Dive Man himself can at least turn into a boat or something, but yeah, the most powerful has got to be Bright Man. He can once again freeze time, and while yes, it is at a shorter rate than Flash Man, it's still detrimental and has crazy consequences if used for malicious intent. So Bright Man is unsurprisingly the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 4. Mega Man 5 is the first game so far to have its own anime, which I did make a video on, and while you would think that would mean we have more information to work on, we actually only learned from this anime that Dr. Wily is a ninja, which is cool, I can't lie. But as far as Robot Masters go, we once again have a few weird ones, like Crystal Man. I guess he'd be good for scamming people at carnivals by telling them their fortunes and horoscopes, but I wouldn't call that powerful. Stone Man is literally just a ton of bricks, and that's equal to a ton of feathers as far as power scaling goes. Charge Man is just a train, and I hate Charge Man. Gyro Man, though, is an interesting case. He can fly and shoot blades or something, so he could at least be a pretty powerful thing, but he's not, like, crazy powerful, you know what I mean? And he's not the most powerful from this game, just trust me. Starman, on the other hand, is basically just a cosplayer. He has a shield made out of stars, but they clearly are not actual stars, so he's pretty weak. If they were actual stars, this would be a completely different story, but if I had to guess, they're probably made of either metal or plastic, and for Starman's sake, I really hope they're made of metal. Wave Man is probably the weakest water user of all time. I think Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender would mess up Wave Man in a 1v1. Not that I think Katara is weak, she isn't, but Wave Man is. Napalm Man, though, is a real interesting case. If you don't know what napalm is, it's basically a weapon so overpowered that the world had to come together and ban it from future wars like it was a stage in Melee, which would lead you to believe that Napalm Man must be the most powerful, right? Well, he would be if he was in Mega Man 3, but in this game we have Gravity Man. This guy can somehow change the direction of gravity. Now, I don't know how much you guys know about astrophysics or even just physics in general, but changing the direction of gravity like a full 180 is crazy. Insane even. This is like universal level power. Gravity Man so far is only rivaled by the Robot Masters who can control time, so of course Gravity Man is by far the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 5. Mega Man 6 has a lot of Robot Masters and I do love all of them, especially Nightman, but let's cut to the chase here. We have another Robot Master who can control time, Centaur Man. And well, as much as I would like like to go through every single Robot Master in this game, I think by now we all know that if a Robot Master can control time, they're going to be the most powerful. So yeah, Centaur Man is the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 6. Who would have thought? With the first half of the Mega Man series taken care of, it's of course time to move on to the second half of the Mega Man series, which most people would consider to be the worst half of the series, but there is one big benefit. There are no more time freezing shenanigans. That was getting a bit repetitive. It was annoying. Mega Man 7 is a lot like Mega Man 3 because we have some real weaklings for Robot Masters here. Well, I guess they're not like Mega Man 3 level weak, but still. First of all, we have Junkman. What practicality does this Robot Master have in real life? What, he throws trash at you? Weakling. Freeze Man is just another ice guy. I mean, that's cool, I guess, but it's pretty weak. Burst Man has bombs that he puts inside of bubbles. I mean, this has been used before in real life during World War II by Japan against the United States, and it did not work because of the wind, so Burst Man was literally debunked in real life. Spring Man is a spring. I mean, maybe he's good at sports, but he's not powerful. Shade Man is a vampire. Definitely scary, but nothing we cannot take care of with a wooden stake or garlic. Slash Man is basically a wild animal with Wolverine's claws. He's definitely not a weakling, but he can't be the most powerful from this game. That honor is going to either Cloud Man or Turbo Man. Now, Turbo Man is a transformer who can shoot out fire. He's very multi-talented. He shoots fire like Fireman, and he turns into a car like the baby. But Cloudman can control the weather, at least I think. He can at least spawn actual real-life lightning, which we have established as a pretty powerful ability already. So I'm personally leaning towards Cloudman on this one, but I could see an argument be made for Turboman. So leave a comment down below on what you think, but I'm gonna say Cloudman is the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 7. Mega Man 8 is pretty low on the power scale list, but we do have at least one powerful Robot Master who we'll get to at the end. First of all though, Clown Man. This guy is literally a clown. I know some people who are scared of clowns, but clowns are not powerful and neither is Clown Man. Frost Man is pretty big, which I guess makes him powerful, but he's like not that powerful, you know? He's just a big ice cube at the end of the day. Grenade Man is a literal grenade, which seems pretty strong, but his most powerful explosion is the one he does when he dies, and well, even that doesn't really hurt Mega Man all that bad, so he can't be as strong as he seems. Tengu Man can fly and also make mini tornadoes. That's honestly not bad. As much as I hate Tengu Man, he's decently powerful, but he's not the most powerful from this game, as we'll see. Aquaman, however, is not even in the discussion. I mean, he just moves water around. That's a cool party trick, I guess, but not powerful. Swordman is just a guy with a sword, but he is able to split his body in half without dying, which does make him better than the average sword user, but yeah, that's about it. Searchman has some very practical uses. I imagine he can help me find my keys whenever I lose them, plus he also has missiles and camouflage, so you know what, Searchman is also decently powerful, but not as powerful as Astro Man. This guy is a monster. Astro Man can summon a meteor shower right onto your location. I mean, that is an insane level of power. One meteor killed every single dinosaur. One. And dinosaurs are pretty powerful, let alone every single dinosaur. So imagine summoning like 20 meteors at a time whenever you want. That is pure insanity. Astro Man is by far the most powerful Robot Master from Mega Man 8. Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. It's Rockman and Forte time. Now, I'm gonna be controversial right off the bat here and claim that Magic Man is by far the most powerful Robot Master from this game. He literally has the power of magic. That's basically unlimited power. Magic doesn't really have any limits, and while we don't see Magic Man fully utilize the ability to use magic, I'm pretty sure just having that ability at all gives you unlimited potential. I mean, it's literally magic, and I don't mean the card game. Think about magic in your favorite anime, or your favorite movie, or your favorite book, or your favorite song. Magic can do whatever you want it to, and as far as I'm concerned, that makes Magic Man by far the most powerful Robot Master from Rockman and Forte. Mega Man 9 is a great game with mostly weak Robot Masters. Jewel Man is very pretty, but he doesn't even really have an attack power. I mean, what does he do? Flash Woman is just a mermaid. Hornet Man is just a hornet, which is scary though at the very least. Concrete Man is just a big construction worker. Okay, I guess he's more powerful than the average construction worker at least, but you know what I mean. Plug Man is like Spark Man, but a lot sillier. Magma Man is actually decently powerful with his control of fire and everything, and so is Tornado Man on account of being able to summon tornadoes, which we've already established is a pretty powerful ability. But unfortunately for all these guys, this game has Galaxy Man, and this guy summons black holes. Look, I'm not gonna get into physics again, but as far as I'm aware, black holes are so powerful that they cause stars to rotate around them, which creates galaxies. Hence Galaxy Man's name. name, I guess. This guy is literally a galaxy level robot master though by power scaling feat. So he is by far the most powerful robot master from Mega Man 9. Mega Man 10 does have some more powerful robot masters in general, but some of them are pretty unconventional. Like Strike Man, this guy is literally a baseball. What were they thinking? Sheep Man is pretty funny, but he's nowhere near as powerful as Sheep Wave, which of course my subscribers should know by now. Blade Man seems like he'd be powerful because he's a walking blade, but again, this is just impractical. I mean, he's a walking blade. Well, is somebody gonna pick him up and use him as a weapon? That's his best bet. Pump Man is maybe the strongest water user we've seen so far, but that's honestly not saying anything. Pump Man is still extremely weak with his water drop shield thing. Chill Man is another ice robot master, but his ice is at least spiky, so that's a nice improvement. Commando Man is literally a military robot, so he's got to be at least somewhat powerful, but we're running into that same bomb debate again, which I don't even feel like entertaining. Which only leaves Solar Man and Nitro Man, which is another matchup against a Transformer. So while Solar Man does have the power of the sun, at least I think, I want to give this one to the Transformer since Turbo Man lost to Mega Man 7. Honestly, I don't know which one of these guys is more powerful because Transformers range a lot in their own power levels, but I think Nitro Man is going to take it here, especially since his weapon lets you climb up walls very fast. So congratulations, Nitro Man, you are the most powerful robot master from Mega Man 10. Mega Man 11 has some pretty decently powerful robot masters, but it also has Bounce Man. I like Bounce Man, but this is just a bouncy ball. Tundra Man is yet another ice robot master, except Tundra Man is great at dancing, so while not powerful, that's still a plus. Fuse Man seems pretty powerful, but do you guys know what a fuse is? It's a little thing in the circuit boards to prevent shorts. You probably have one in your house as well. They're basically like little safety nets for electrical surges. And while they're great, they certainly are not powerful, even though the battle against Fuse Man would say otherwise, but we've had too many lightning winners already. Block Man is once again a ton of bricks, but this guy can also transform into a big ol' ugly monster. I don't know why no one else was able to do this, but this is scary. Definitely decently powerful. I could definitely see Giant Block Man terrorizing the city of Townsville or something and putting up a good fight while doing so. Acid Man, however, might be even more powerful, but it's hard to tell because we don't know what kind of acid he uses or how powerful it may be. If we could at least get some pH readings on Acid Man's abilities, that would be great, but he is at least a decent threat. Torch Man is another fire robot master, and this guy is one of the stronger fire users, I can't even lie. His attacks take unconventional angles, and he's a little bit weird, but he certainly has the fire power to be classified as a powerful robot master. Blast Man similarly is probably the strongest bomb user we've also seen so far. I mean, his bombs are huge, and they can even link together to make a bigger explosion. That's pretty crazy and very powerful. But I honestly think that Impact Man might be the most powerful, which is probably a controversial take, but we are way too far into this video for me to care about that. I mean, who's even still watching at this point, right, guys? Leave a comment down below and subscribe if you're still watching the video. That's what YouTubers say, right? But Impact Man is basically a giant jackhammer that can just ram into you or whatever else he wants to ram into. This would, of course, kill any human being in his path, but he could also potentially level buildings with an attack like that. I mean, he is literally based off of a destructive power tool, so he's got to be pretty powerful. Again, maybe Torch Man or Blast Man or even Acid Man could be the most powerful, but we don't have enough data on these guys to know for sure. Impact Man, on the other hand, just looks powerful, and it's hard to imagine what he can't do. So congratulations, Impact Man, you are the most powerful robot master from Mega Man 11.
Those were canonically the most powerful robot masters from every Mega Man game, at least as far as I could tell. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you disagree at all, let me know down in the comments, because obviously canonically the most powerful is up for interpretation for the most part, so I'd like to hear what you guys think. But also, maybe, just maybe, we could have a live stream tomorrow.